I'm saying you know that because God has created you in His image, so that you do know that, so that you do know your senses are valid, so you do know it's wrong to kill. That's God. That's God. The conscience that God has given you. That's the point. These things cannot be accounted for apart from God.
I don't believe that it was.
Are you recording? Are you going to watch it later?
I'm going to post it.
Sweet. You are a scourge on humanity. I hope your kind.
Now, what's my
fades
kind,
away.
sir? What's my kind?
You know what your kind is.
No, what's my kind?
You know what your
Oh, a
kind
white man? You don't like white men?
Yeah, I don't.
Is that what you meant?
I heard what you're saying.
I know. It's hard to speak the truth. It's painful.
What's
People don't
truth, sir? Define it for us.
You want truth?
Yeah, truth.
You want truth?
Define truth for us.
Throw away your Bible. Go into the wilderness.
I wouldn't throw away truth.
Throw away your Bible. Go into the wilderness.
That's our. Do
what Jesus
That's how
did.
we interpret reality.
Do what Jesus did.
You don't want to define truth?
I want you to do what Jesus did.
Yeah, you can't define truth. Is that
But
what
you refuse to.
refuse to what?
Truth is a philosophical construct.
Okay, define it though.
Truth is a philosophical construct.
Okay.
There is no such
You're
thing as
giving
truth.
me a genre of what truth is.
No, I'm not. No,
Oh,
I'm
wait,
not.
wait. There's
Because
no such thing as truth?
There is no one truth.
But you just
Because
made it.
truth
Okay.
is a philosophical construct.
Can I ask you a question? Just so I don't want to misinterpret you.
Right.
So you just said, you made the truth claim that there
I
is
didn't
no
make a
such thing as
truth
truth
claim. I
claim.
didn't make a
That there's no
truth-
such thing as truth.
Right. Truth is a philosophical. Do you understand what a philosophical construct is?
Sir, but you just said truth.
Do you understand what a philosophical construct is?
Okay, go ahead.
It's something you make up in your mind as an answer to a question.
So it could be wrong.
Could be wrong, absolutely.
So it's not truth, sir.
There is no truth.
Is that true
because
that there's no truth?
Nothing is irrevocably
Sir, is
proven.
it true that there's no such thing as truth?
Yes, there is no. Yes, that was great. Thank you.
Well, think about what you're saying, dude.
There's no
You've been out here all this time
There's
just
no
saying
irrevocable.
nonsense.
There's no irrevocable. Me nonsense. There's no irrevocable way to prove anything. Right?
Wait a minute. That's
Right.
a truth claim.
No, it's
You
not.
just said there's no such thing. That is a truth claim, yeah.
No, it's actually not. That's
Sir.
not. That you
Okay,
could,
let's
you
try
could,
that
you
again.
could-
Let's
you
try it
could-
again. Let's
you
try
could
to-
build
okay.
a philosophical construct around that and put those words into my mouth and say, "Oh, you just spoke a truth by saying there's no such thing as truth." That's specious reasoning. That's circular arguing, and that's all you guys do, which is cool.
Sure.
Because there's only one way you can keep your brain wrapped around this, and that's by going in circles.
You just claim there's no such thing as truth.
And that's a truth. Oh my God, that's a truth, right?
But then you turned around and said that there are things that are irrevocable.
Right. There is no.
So that's a truth claim, sir.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh, it's a false statement.
I'm saying you
So is it
cannot.
true or false?
You cannot prove anything.
Is that true or false?
You cannot prove anything.
True or false? Is that true or false?
You cannot prove anything.
Okay, is that a truth claim?
Why does it matter?
Well, it's self-defeating, first of all, and
No,
you're
no,
talking
no.
about philosophical constructs, but you don't know
So-
logic 101, self-defeating
Wanna bet?
argument. That's a
Why-
fallacy.
Why does it matter to you?
Well, sir, you came over here and started talking to me.
Why does it matter to
We've
you?
been talking to you all day.
Why
man.
do you want to catch me?
I'm just trying to. What I'm trying to do is try to.
What's
Okay,
the point?
I'm
What's your
trying
point?
to demonstrate to you how absurd the worldview that you're proposing actually is.
Why?
Because it's inconsistent with what you're claiming.
How is it
We
inconsistent?
just saw that. You said there's no such thing as truth. That's a truth claim. You said there are things that are irrevocable. That's a truth claim.
No, that truth is a
How
philosophical
can you be?
construct.
How can
And
you be
yes,
certain that your
yes.
senses are valid?
Why would it matter?
Can you be certain?
Why would it matter? No. Ask me. Why would it matter
Sir.
if I can be certain whether my senses are valid? Because do I have another choice? Do you have another choice but to use your senses?
I don't.
I don't either, right?
So how do you know they're valid?
What does it matter?
Well, it matters because if
Doesn't-
your senses are invalid, then that means that you could be
No,
wrong about everything.
I could. I absolutely could.
Okay. So you can't
But
ever
what
know
it-
for
but-
certain
but
anything.
what does it matter?
You can't ever have certainty about anything.
I have certainty about what I see and smell and taste.
Well, you
and
just said
feel.
your senses can't be valid.
And how,
You don't know that they're
I
valid.
said there's the potential that I'm a solipsist.
So how do you know that
There's
then?
the
That you're-
potential that I'm the only thing that exists in the world, and I'm living in an imaginary world. Absolutely, there's that potential.
Glad we're having this
Yep,
talk.
I could be in an imaginary world, right? I could be.
But you just said there's no such thing as truth. But you're making truth claims.
No, what I said was that truth is a philosophical construct.
Does it? Okay.
Truth is an imaginary thing.
Oh, it doesn't exist.
Is that absolutely true?
But
Is that absolutely true?
Absolutely.
So now you just contradicted
Exactly,
yourself.
semantics.
No, you're talking.
No,
you're living in a
no,
world of
bro, it's semantics.
inconsistent in your
If
worldview.
your only argument is to be able to catch someone
No, it's
in
not.
a
It's to
by
demonstrate.
semantics,
We're just saying
you
you're
are
not being
so
consistent.
weak-minded.
You're not being
You are
consistent.
so. Of course, I'm being consistent. I just told you that truth is a philosophical construct. So yes, I can say that it is true that I can't prove anything, but that's not a truth. That's not a reality about the world.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
You can't prove anything.
It's philosophical. It's in your mind.
Because you could be wrong about everything.
I could be wrong about everything.
So then you can't prove anything.
But here's the thing: if I'm wrong about everything, what does it matter? What does any of it
Well,
matter?
why are you standing here having the conversation if it's true that you could be wrong about everything? passing the time?
Why would I live my life like that?
Sir, because
why
you're
would I
gonna- 'cause
waste my life like
when you
you're
die,
wasting
you're
your
gonna
life?
stand before the God you know
I'm
exists.
not.
When you see him, you're not gonna say, "Now I know."
You know what? I played Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid too. I
go to
get it.
Old
You know,
Pastor.
I can make up fantasy
We're not
worlds.
making it up.
Yeah, you are.
You going for a church
It's a
here?
fantasy world.
We got
The
guys from
Bible's a
different
fantasy
churches.
book, and you know it.
A couple guys from here though. If you're looking for a church, I'd help you
You've
out.
already proven it.
That's
Local
not.
church.
You've already proven it. You say you can be wrong about everything. I can't be wrong about everything. God makes me know things with certainty. And unless you repent, you'll perish, sir. This is no joke. This is your eternal destiny. We care about you. I like you.
Do you like me? Good.
I do. I don't think you're a bad guy. I
You
mean,
remind me of
but you're a
some people
sinner
I like.
who's going to stand before God.
Well, you're a sinner too.
No, I'm a saint.
No, you're a sinner.
No,
You're
God
both-
sees me as a saint.
You're
Now,
Christ
I'm actually
died
not
for
a
our
sinner
sins. Christ
because
died
I
for our
don't have
sins.
to believe in sin.
it doesn't matter if you believe in
Absolutely
You don't
it
believe.
matters.
It doesn't matter if you don't believe in gravity.
Oh, it does
Why?
because gravity is actually a law.
And there's a
But
God's
sin
law.
is
And
not
God's
a law.
law says that you've sinned against
sin
him.
is yet again in your head.
No.
Oh, absolutely.
No, it's
Sin-
God
sin's
is the
in your
one who
head.
determines
you,
what
you
sin
have,
is.
You have defined that there's a word called sin that relates to how I interact with my fellow man. And so if I do something wrong, that's a sin, correct? If I treat you poorly, is it a sin?
It's sin against God, not as so much against
Is
me.
it a sin?
We're to love
if
our
I-
neighbor. Yes, we're to love our neighbor.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. You know, if I fuck my dog, is it a sin?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
All right.
Bestiality.
What if my dog likes it?
Doesn't matter. And now you're showing the perverseness of your heart.
No, I'm trying to.
But you're using a perverseness
But,
of your heart.
but who said that it's a sin?
God.
No. Who said it's a sin?
God.
No. Who said? There's no such thing as God. Who said it's a sin? Who determines that what I do to my fellow man? Who determines that what I do to my fellow man is bad? You have to walk away.
Yeah, bye. Other than their scripture's right, you're wrong.
What's up, man? Yep.
Oh, no, this one right here. I'm sorry.
Hey, how are you?
Okay. So, for one, I'm going to say this up front right now.
Okay.
I am not sorry or like repenting for anything I did yesterday, okay?
Why not?
And let me
You
say
should
this.
repent all the time.
No. Let me finish my claim. Okay? Because for one, you told my friend he is the son of Satan. All right? That is wrong.
I said that?
You did say that, and he will remember that.
No, who's your friend?
Huh? That one right here, in the hat, the pink hat. Okay?
What's that?
The pink hat. Okay, the one that says woof woof woof.
Okay, so why is that wrong to call him that?
Huh? Because are you allowed to judge? And then second
Yes.
of all, I told
wait.
you, let me finish my claim.
Okay.
You aren't letting me finish, and that's what happened yesterday. And we got into an argument, and you ignored me yesterday.
Okay.
And
Well,
this
let's
is
stop
what-
and pause
let
on
me-
the first point. Let's talk about the first
Let
point.
me finish my claim. I haven't even finished, and
Oh, I'm sorry.
you're trying to interrupt.
Okay. All right,
And
I'm
you
sorry.
argued this yesterday too.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Second of all, you said the day my mother conceived me, I should have been killed.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Of course I didn't say that.
Because
I said you were
held
born
a-
in sin.
No. Let me tell you what you said specifically. Because I held up a sign after you told my friend he was the son of Satan. I held up a sign saying abortion is okay. All right, I did that in spite of you.
Why would you do that?
Because
why
no,
would you do
let,
that?
let me finish. And I didn't interject you into the conversation right now, sir. I'm trying to talk to him. Okay? So, the fact that you said that my mother should have killed me the day I
didn't
was
say
born.
that, first of all. I know I didn't say that.
Sir,
I'm not
I
saying you
remember.
were born in
do you
sin
think?
from
Do
the
you
time
think I
you
would
were
forget
conceived.
something like that?
Well, I
Let me
think you could
question.
twist it. I don't
Why
know.
would I twist something like
I'm
that?
not saying, but listen, man, I know. Now, what I might have said is everyone deserves that to die because of sin, I'm glad you did it. I'm glad we're having this conversation
okay.
right
And then
now.
second of all, please, I'm saying this as someone that's Islamic. Thank you, David. This is something I'm saying as someone that's Islamic, okay? Please stop trying to spread Islamophobia. When you said that...
No, I don't hate Muslims.
No, but let me finish what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure.
You said this yesterday. The Quran allows the men to beat their men and women. And I have video proof of this as well. Can you read the Quran? Do you understand it? Do you know what Surah Tawbah means? Do you understand what Surah Tawbah is?
You read the Quran in Arabic?
I do read it in Arabic. I read it in English.
You know the whole thing in Arabic?
I can't go verbatim off of it, like off memory, no, but I can read the whole entire thing in Arabic without a problem. I read it 3 or 4 times.
Arabic upbringing?
Yes, I am Islamic.
Fluent in Arabic?
I am fairly fluent in Arabic, yes.
So it says, good women are obedient. They guard their unseen parts because God has guarded them. As for those from whom you fear disobedience, admonish them, forsake them in beds apart, and beat them. Then if they obey you, take no further action against them.
Let me ask you this.
That's pretty clear, I think. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Transliteration makes things confused. Transliteration ruins the
Do you know
meaning.
there was hundreds of Qurans and they burnt them up?
And let me ask you
They
this.
burnt all the other
How many times has the Bible been changed, confused? And
No, it hasn't.
Never.
how come we have the New Testament? It says in the Bible in accordance to this
But the
person.
Quran says that the New Testament's true.
When?
Well, I'll show you that too.
You know what that is? That's a fallacy of translation.
No. Then we could say the fallacy of translation happens from changing from Latin to English.
No.
The Quran
Why not?
You're
says
making that fallacy.
No, but it's
Because it doesn't mean because you translate it that it's wrong now. That's a fallacy.
It just means more easy for misinterpretation if the words are changed.
exactly.
Because
doesn't mean
certain
that
things
they
don't
did. It doesn't
translate
mean that they
correctly,
did.
Look, man.
so it does change the perceived meaning of it.
Like, let me just
Okay,
clear
look,
this out.
people of the book, you will attain nothing until you observe the Torah and the Gospel, which is the New Testament, and that which has been revealed to you from your Lord. So we acknowledge that Jesus is God, as the Gospel tells us. Do you?
I acknowledge him as a prophet, which
Wait,
is still,
the Gospels declare him as to be God.
well, like I said, you have your faith, I have my faith.
Well, I'm saying
And
the
let me
Quran is inconsistent with what it's claiming then, if that's what you're saying.
read it in Arabic. Read it, go take an Arabic class, read it. And this is my
So you
honest
don't think the
opinion.
people who translated this knew Arabic?
No,
Well, certain words don't translate correctly,
There
so
you
it changes
can.
the meaning.
Well, but this
Literally,
is pretty
There's words
obvious.
that we
This is
don't
pretty
have
clear,
in
isn't it?
English that they do, so
literally,
it doesn't.
ask
the
our
meaning
priests,
doesn't
ask our,
cross
you
over.
listen to your pastors,
it's pretty-
ask our
it's pretty
Molanas,
obvious.
ask our Molanas. My uncle is a priest, he is a Molana, and he will tell you that the Quran, when it's been translated, it loses 90% of it, the meaning.
Well, that's convenient to say that, isn't it?
Well, it's the truth because
Well, it's
English
not.
doesn't
It's
have a lot
not.
of words
It's,
that other
okay, I
languages
understand
do.
that, but
So
that's.
it alters the perceived meaning.
I still want you,
True, you don't know that that's true.
and like I said, stop trying to spread Islamophobia. When you say that we can be our men and women, that's wrong.
Well, I just
We
read
literally,
that.
in our religion, it's been claimed, we listen and follow this rule, that your wife, your mother, walking behind them is like walking behind the gates of heaven.
Why would you idolize
But
your
it says
wife?
they're allowed to beat their wife.
Hey, man.
They're allowed to beat their wife.
So that's not. We don't hate Muslims. We're just trying to help
You
Muslims
spread
to see the
Islamophobia by saying
inconsistency.
that we're allowed to beat our men and women, though.
I just read the Quran. That's
Did I
all.
not say that in the Quran, when it's translated, it loses meaning?
No, it doesn't
That's the
say
same with any religion. Nathan, how many times has the Bible been translated into different meanings or
A
like
lot. I
languages?
don't know the number though.
That is a
And
fallacy to say
I
that.
will
That's,
laugh, never.
And then, how many times has meaning been lost within those translations?
well, that's what Muhammad. See, this is the problem. That's exactly what the Muslims say as far as why the Bible's incorrect. That's what we're saying about that.
Exactly. And I'm still trying to give you my point of saying stop spreading Islamophobia.
Amen.
Because when you
don't-
say things like that,
Define Islamophobia, please.
Islamophobia is being afraid of someone that's of the Islamic
I'm
belief.
not afraid. That's why I'm coming to you. I love
You're
you.
spreading it though when you say we can beat our men
I'm
and women.
spreading it. I'm reading what the Quran says, my man.
And like I said, that loses meaning. You're still reiterating the same points, and I'm trying to make you
The
understand.
Quran says to ambush the infidel, to kill him wherever you find him.
Oh yeah.
See?
So he's explaining why.
Yeah.
What do you mean? See, why would you ask her?
I know,
I
see,
thought we were
like,
having a
I'm
conversation.
listening to the.
No, she
like,
asked him
translate
what you guys were
anything,
talking
I
about.
translate Spanish
Okay.
into something else and it doesn't make sense.
All right. Well, so my friend, but you didn't even look, man.
I've let you claim your points. You say that the
I haven't
Quran
even
says.
spoken much, but that's okay.
You say the Quran allows us, and I'm defending the Quran, and I'm stating. Read the Quran in Arabic.
Does the Quran in Arabic say Jesus is Christ or God? Jesus is
No,
God.
it says Jesus is a prophet.
So
we
the
accept-
Quran is false.
We say that, literally. We said that there's over I'm not sure what, 124,000 prophets.
Does
Okay?
the Quran say in the surah I just read in Arabic? Does it say that the Gospels, that the Christian can go to the Gospel, the New Testament, to verify that what the Quran says is true? Does it say something like that?
I can't say off of memory, but I believe so. Do you have the Arabic version? Like I said, do you have the Arabic version? Because that even spelled Quran wrong. Quran is Quran.
That's fine. Well, this is English.
Quran. That's, if you can't even spell the name of the book right, then it's clearly wrong. Quran is Quran. That's Koran.
Okay, I was about to say, I thought this was a Q, and I was like,
Well,
That's a Koran.
Yeah.
in Hebrew
If
it's
that's wrong,
pronounced
like, how can you
Yeshua.
trust a book that even says that, like, spells the
Jesus.
name wrong?
That way it's pronounced Quran.
yeah.
My friend, how can you trust a book?
The Muslims give them out. They give them out.
Yeah, we got these in England.
They give them out.
The,
In England?
the Muslims.
Go to Iraq. Go to Iran.
That's where they were from.
They were
Did it
saying-
say it's
they were
published in
saying
Iraq
what
and
you're
Iran?
saying. They were saying what you're saying.
That
And
doesn't translate
they gave
correctly?
The Quran with the K.
Because they expect you. Do they really expect you to read it in Arabic? They're giving you the translation that you can read. They want you to.
That's what we're saying.
Most Muslims don't read it in Arabic. They read it in.
No.
They read it in English.
Why won't you
And
let her
that's
see the
wrong.
book?
I don't trust her.
Every Muslim I know.
Can
No,
you
it's
under-
wrong. See, we don't accept that because it's wrong.
No. Can you accept the fact that I have a different belief system? Can
Yeah,
you accept
I
the
understand
fact-
that you
Can
do,
you accept the
but I
fact?
don't accept that it's that.
Can you
it's
accept
not
the fact
It's
that?
not true that he believes different.
Well, correct, because truth accords with reality, and Islam does not. Islam's wrong because it's not true.
Well, I'm
Islam's
not
wrong
saying what
because
he
it's
believes
inconsistent.
is true, but you're just saying that it's not true that
Do
he believes.
when the Quran says that Christ did not die on the cross, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
You wanna know
Well,
what
the
we said?
Quran also just said to go to the New Testament to find out that what the Quran says is true. So in the New Testament, it speaks of Christ dying on a cross for sin,
Well, look
all
at it
over
this
the
way
place.
either.
So wait a minute, how
Do
do
you
you
know the
how do you
story of-
explain that?
Can you?
How do you explain that?
Can you explain why Jesus died on the cross? Do you
Yes,
have?
amen. He died on the cross for sin because God is a
Okay,
just
and
God.
let me tell you
can't-
the story
my
that
man,
we have.
You can't. Wait.
Let me tell you the
can't
story
be
we
right
have.
with God based on your works.
Let me tell you
Isn't
the
that-
story we have.
Isn't
from
that bribing
Jesus.
God, my man?
No, I'm not bribing God at
No,
all.
to think that you can earn your way to heaven by your works, that's bribing
No,
God.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Aren't you trying to bribe us by making
No.
yourself
So
be like?
no, it's Christ who
trying to make us
saves us.
convert?
It's Christ. It's Christ. It's His righteousness. See, the thing about Muslims
can't-
is when they
you
stand
can't voice
before
the
God,
word of
they have to
Christ 'cause
boast
you are
about
not
themselves. So in other words, you think you're going to be right with Allah because of your works, because you've done enough things. That's boasting about yourself.
No, we don't boast about ourselves.
As Christians, we don't boast about ourselves. We don't boast about our works. We boast about Christ. We boast about His work.
Do you understand what Islam is? Do you understand what the word Islam means?
Oh, I thought you couldn't say it and it doesn't transliterate. I thought.
no.
But now you're going to try to transliterate it.
No.
That's interesting.
There's only one word in Islam that has had a singular meaning
Oh,
from
it's that
time
one.
to period. From this time
That's
to
convenient again, man. It's very convenient. It's almost like you're trying to do it just to.
Isn't that what you've been doing with me,
No,
though?
man. We're
You
telling
take words
you.
from you took words from one little passage. You took one like
Can I
little
read
words
more
from
of
this
it? Would you
passage.
like that?
Read the whole entire thing from first to end.
I'm not going to do that.
Why not? You read the Bible from beginning to end.
You bet,
can't
because
do
it's
that?
true. It's true.
Well,
How do
the
you know
Quran's
that?
true tonight.
How do you know?
Because
How do you know the Bible
it comes from God.
How do you know that?
The
The
Quran came from God.
No.
first,
The
too.
Quran. God doesn't. There's no inconsistency with God, unlike the Quran. The Quran's inconsistent with what it claims,
Okay.
and it says
Do you
to beat your
understand
wife.
where
if you're-
Islam
if
came
you're a
from?
man.
Do you understand the origins of
Yes,
Islam?
the devil.
No.
Yes, the devil. Yeah, Muhammad
No,
was
no, no,
possessed
no,
by
no,
his.
no, that's
by his
incorrect.
son.
That is
Yeah,
very
He was
incorrect.
possessed by the devil. That's a fact.
That
He
is
thought
very
it,
incorrect.
Muhammad himself thought he was possessed by the devil.
It's a fact. Prove it using the scientific method.
In the surahs it says that. You know it does.
It never said that in the
You
surah.
know it does.
And every
Wait.
single
So
time-
as a
and every
Muslim, are
surah.
you telling me that Muhammad never thought that he was possessed by a
He
devil?
never did.
Really?
Yes.
So according to the surahs, though, that's exactly what happened. So you don't think the surahs are true?
I never said the surahs aren't true.
Okay. Well, the surahs claim that
Are you sure
Muhammad
you're not acting
thought.
like ISIS right now? Because in accordance to ISIS's philosophy, they take little bits and pieces of
No.
certain things and
I'm just
implement
telling
that
you
and take it to
what
extreme
Muhammad
levels.
thought. He thought he was possessed by a devil at first.
Isn't that what you've been doing right now, though?
What?
Like, you're taking bits and pieces of your Bible and trying to impose that and saying we're all sinners, we're all going to hell, we're all damned to hell, we have nothing worth living for. But the Quran
I didn't
tries to
say that.
explain.
If you're in Christ, you have everything to live for. There's hope for every one of you because you're still alive today. You're able to hear the gospel today. Like this lady, we can tell you, come to Christ, be reconciled to God. She don't want
If she
to.
wants to go to Christ, I can guarantee she would.
No, right, no. Nobody said that.
You said that. You
Somebody,
said you're a
please
sinner,
pull out their
you're
phone
gonna
and
go
record
to
Did
this
not
man
say
You
that.
speaking.
said that.
Yes,
Because he
please
denies
record.
everything he says.
That's okay.
Why would
It'll be
I
on
want to
YouTube.
actually need to
We can watch it
record
on
something
YouTube together.
Instead of
Please,
reading Area
like,
51,
How
let's
can
read right
And
now.
once we pull this truth out, what are you gonna say? It's been photoshopped?
You got it on your little recording
Yep,
too.
exactly. We'll post
You
it
told me
later.
I'm gonna go to hell because I'm a sinner.
And please give us. Can you send me that unedited version of
And
it?
then you gave me one of your little pamphlets.
Yeah. Well, that's really
Send me the unedited
disrespectful.
version of everything we have.
Why would you waste a tree like that?
I'm genuinely
You don't care about trees?
That aside, I'm genuinely curious, where do you post it? Because you said you posted, I am curious about.
Well, I don't know if I post. We
You just said you posted it.
sometimes I do. Usually I don't.
Can I have the unfiltered version of it?
I
The
don't
one that's
know.
been
I don't know.
unedited?
I mean, you have to find it. I guess. I don't know.
You have it right there. I found it right now. There's my evidence.
At this point,
My man, we care for your soul. That's why we're saying these things. You can call it names. You can say it's phobia, whatever. But we're saying it's. Listen, man.
You care for my soul.
Yeah.
Then you would accept the fact that Islam doesn't try to impose hatred.
No, I'm not going to accept that. They do. They say ambush the infidel. Kill him wherever you find him.
Where?
In the Quran. I
You
think it's
just
Surah
say
9,
that.
actually.
You literally,
I mean,
all your answers, you go back to your dumb corner.
The Surah say.
No, listen. He goes back to his dumb corner, and he acts like everything is
Wait,
related
why are you
to
calling
this
me
thing.
dumb?
Huh? No, I didn't call you dumb. I said that dumb corner where it's always the Bible, the Quran. Everything is based off of this
Amen.
dumb fallacy. Your words, this dumb fallacy of us being wrong. The Quran saying these things.
Dumb fallacy. I said a fallacy of ignorant conjecture.
Isn't that dumb?
Fallacy of translation.
Being dumb is ignorance.
Please.
Please ask me.
By all means. By all
My
means.
name's Kevin. Hi, how are you, Kevin?
I'm not upset with you or anybody. I hope the conversation that you and I can have will be good. It's edifying to me and edifying to
So
you.
why are you so upset with this? You
See, I
okay?
want to have
About what you believe, but I
Just
want
everything going on out here. You just seem a little amped up the last few days. You all
But
right?
like I said,
Can I buy you a cup of
I'm not
coffee?
trying to, like, with him,
Tea?
he always goes back to his
Not a
corner.
tea fan.
Water?
Saying the Bible and the
I like
Quran.
water.
Okay?
Water's okay.
And
Can I
don't
buy you?
appreciate that
Can I
answer,
buy you some
because
water?
that answer
I'm good.
is
Well, no one's good. That's why we come out. That's the beauty of it. We
just
care about you.
nothing.
Fine. How about that?
You don't want a drink?
And I
Soda
can't,
pop?
I
got
can't
a
work with
Coke
just
earlier.
the Bible.
Okay. Can I buy you another one?
Because if someone asks,
All right, so what's going on, though?
you just say,
I just don't like that you guys come out here and attack people when I feel like the real way to spread a religion, if you truly care about it, is to be understanding. Listen to people and try and find common points.
Well, that's
not try and prove everything wrong.
religion. No, please, don't
That
depend
you
on
just
me.
try and tell everyone that they're wrong.
we just tell them the truth.
Yes, like
But you don't know it's
we
the
have
truth.
Yes,
You
we
can't,
do.
you
Yes,
can't
we do.
prove that the Bible is
about the
true.
religion.
Without
to
God, you
those
can't
that
know anything.
don't understand it completely.
But then you
Because
don't know.
unless you have one
Yeah, I
that
do
your
know.
Bible's
I
the
can
religion,
know things with
you are not
certainty.
allowed to preach.
No.
Even if it's 99.9%.
You can't know anything concerning. I can't. You can't.
Are you certain of that?
Make it. I am
I'm not allowed to
certain
preach my own religion.
that I don't
I'm
know
allowed to
anything.
defend it.
So that's
And that's
listen
what
to what you
I've
just
been
said.
Yes, I'm aware of what I just said.
It's self-refuting.
Yeah, but now
It's
you are just.
self-refuting. Now what I'm saying is, this is the problem. This is the problem that we're having.
But you're telling me I don't know anything and that you know it
No,
all
I'm just saying I have
because of the
certainty. You
Bible.
don't have certainty, but then you go and you use certainty. You say you're certain, you're uncertain.
Yeah,
That's
I'm certain I'm uncertain.
yeah, that's self-refuting.
I can say
Now,
whatever I
well,
want
you
to
can,
say.
but you
I
show
have
your
freedom of
inconsistency
speech.
here. So what I'm saying, and that's fine, but I'm just trying to show you that it's a problem.
It's also a problem when you attack me.
No, see, the problem is we didn't attack anyone. We came out here to preach.
I was
And
here
now
last
people-
year too,
and
and you were
people
just as
engage
aggressive.
us.
I'll turn that off.